Some people think my goal is crazy. Other people love my goal of planning ahead. Watch to the end of this video and I will share with you what my goal for planning ahead is. Letter P, 4 things you can expect when you are well planned in the class, because P is for planning. Planning is a plus. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell next to it so you will know every time we post a new video. Do you want to improve your classroom management skills? Do you want to increase student engagement? How about amplifying student success? You've come to the right place. Welcome to Things That Work. Planning is a plus, and that is a no-brainer. I think we all can agree on. What I don't think we may understand is how really truly important planning in advance is. Some people think my idea of planning ahead is crazy. I'm going to share with you exactly what I mean by that towards the end of this video, because this is my goal anytime I'm planning. So when I started teaching, my very first couple of years of teaching, few months of teaching, there was no curriculum. We had a set of basic skills. The state of Texas was in a state of flux as far as standardized test goes. Things were in constant, massive change. We had no idea what was coming. So we had a set of skills that we had to teach, and that is what we worked from. Thank goodness that has all changed now, and it allows the benefit for much further planning ahead than what we were able to do then. And I want to share with you some of the benefits that I have found in planning ahead. The number one benefit that I have found is that I have greater confidence in what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing. And if I know what I'm doing, then I can do it better. I can improve it. I can tailor it to fit each individual class period. By now, we all know our class periods are almost like individuals in themselves. As those students come together and that synergy occurs and that groupthink begins to happen from time to time, we know those class periods can develop kind of their own personality and their own being. Now, how we deal with that is essential to their success, and what might work for first period might not work for third period. But unless we know exactly what we're teaching in advance, we can't truly tailor the presentation for each and every class period. And so when that is done, you can walk in with greater confidence and knowing that your students are going to get what they need, and they're going to be planted more firmly on that road to success. Number 2, you're gonna be more effective. I'm more effective when I am planned far enough out into the future, because if I know what's coming up tomorrow, if I know what's coming up next week, if I know what's coming up next month, I can spiral those things in that need to be spiraled, that I see my students are struggling with from previous lessons, so that they are better able to meet the challenges of future lessons. This makes me more effective as a teacher, and it will make you more effective as a teacher as well. The third thing I want to give you is this: when you are well planned, it becomes easier to find connection points in the curriculum for your students. By this, I mean it's easier to weave in examples from things like Fortnite or zombie movies or other things that are important to your students. I know I've used those 2 examples before, but there's so much more. What's popular on television with your students? What are they watching? What are the movies that are coming out? Paying attention to those things within youth culture and weaving them into your lessons to make your curriculum relevant to those students is huge. Yes, there'll be more videos on making curriculum relevant in the future, I promise you that. But for now, know this: you have more time to do that if you are well planned. And finally, the number 4 thing, probably the one you're going to be most excited about it. I know it's the one I'm most excited about, and that is that you have more free time. I say free time with quotes usually, because as teachers we are always thinking, always building, always doing in our heads those things that we're going to present to our students in our classrooms. And it just simply is logical that the more prepared we are to be in the classroom, the more effective we're going to be in the classroom. So here it is, the thing I promise promised you the thing that people think I'm crazy about, and some people think I'm a genius about, and that is I would love to be, and I try to be as close as possible, being planned as thoroughly as possible 6 months in advance. I'm going to let that sit for a second because I know it sounds nuts. 6 months in advance, and here's why. 6 months that's half a year. And to me, that is a great amount of time, because the better planned you are, when you have it all stacked up, all in a row, where you can step back, take a look at it, and see the whole picture. If adjustments need to be made because skills aren't being met, if adjustments need to be made because students are struggling, if adjustments need to be made even because of weather, it is so easy to take the pieces on that calendar, to take the pieces in your plans and move them around, but you have to have the pieces to do that. And it makes it easier if you're 6 months out. Now, you're thinking, well, Mr. George, are you 6 months out? No, I am not at the time of making this video. I try to be, and with the information I have, I try to get as close as I can. I do know what skills are coming all the way up until the end of the year on a calendar. My district is kind enough to provide that. So I am able to start thinking in advance on these things, and believe me, I do. I take advantage of everything like that I am given. I hope you do too. I enjoy learning with you. I enjoy teaching with you, and together we can take over the world.